So, I think the angle's good, but I'm here in Boise City, and I have a little acne that hurts my chin right now. I wanted to, this angle's kind of bothering me, sorry. Okay. I wanted to talk about so many things because I'm realizing so much about ego and how quickly one can fall back into the matrices, the cycles of honestly being within the ego and embodying the ego, so therefore the fears. And I have a lot of problems, but like I'm constantly healing, which is beautiful. It's just actively moving progressively in my life so that I'm not consistently living out those unhealthy behaviors. So recently just threw away my last vape. Can't find a few other drugs that I wanted to throw away. So I guess it's just whenever I find them, I toss them to the side or whatever. But I was cycling. Do not underestimate the heat of Idaho. Holy freaking shit. I was literally cycling and I was just like, I cannot go down the green belt all the way to Boise. So I just was like, it's okay. There's a little park over there. I'll go over here and then here I am. So that's just how I am. I'm really spontaneous, in the moment type person, because I don't believe anything's permanent. That's why I do tend to like take pictures of myself and then take pictures of nature. That's just something really random, but I wanted to talk about this because being human, living out the human experience, and struggling with setting boundaries and speaking up, when in reality it's not about the other person, it's about me. So for example, I am deliberating on whether I should speak to a close friend of mine that I've made, telling them that I do not align with the type of person that I am at times with them, and I would like to work on building a healthier way of communicating those frustrations or grievances. The thing about speaking up about this is that I understand that I have to start with myself. I can't go to this person and be like, hey, because I'm around you, I'm not a very healthy person. No, it's my choices within the environment that has caused me to tap into these toxic behaviors. And it's my responsibility to actually make different choices whenever this happens. So it's kind of along the lines of whether I even want to say anything about it, or if these things keep happening, whether I take the opportunity to actually make a different choice. Wow, this motherfucking thing is hurting. It's a really interesting grounds to play at, because I'm also understanding you can't force connections. I learned this so clearly recently with being animalistically enamored by someone when I know nothing about them. I do not know this person. I don't know dilly squat. Like seriously, I really wanted to get to know them and wanted to be in their space, but they, in my perception, were not open to it or actively trying to. So it was me trying to force that connection. So therefore, me continuously dwelling on it and being like, oh, what could I have done differently to connect with them more, you know, like maybe they would have liked me if I just fucking expressed myself. No, it was all supposed to be the way it was meant to be. So that's why I'm also recording more, because I realized I'm such an expressive person, but I live within every single facet of myself in the moment. Everything is constantly changing. I will forever live by that, because how else would we evolve if we're not tapping into the different facets of self? Being triggered by the occurrence of experiences that have reminded me of points in time where I have felt a lot of fear, I felt very unsafe. It has shown me how quickly I can go into the subconscious act, unconscious act of gossiping, negative self-talk, dwelling, like being depressed, and running away, avoidant, anxious. And I do believe anxiousness and excitement are interchangeable. So I'm really learning a lot right now, and I'm trying my best to make sure my YouTube is just purely intentional, and I'm healing every moment I have an opportunity to heal, whether it is to act within my inner child and be within flow of my creative energy and me, the creator, whether it is to be active and not be within my ego and my thoughts, listening to music, to embody the emotions and the energy that is so forever dwelling within me. Like, it's a choice. It is all a choice. And I'm learning so much. I have a very hard time with perfection, and that has become very evident. But I love how this fucking fell, because it's like, this is still just so perfectly in synchronicities with the universe. That is why I have a hard time, because I'm like, but it is perfect. It is perfectly fine that it's perfectly fine. Brockhampton, sorry. Like, it actually is perfectly fine. Everything truly does work in my favor, and it just keeps getting better and better and better. And I know that it is as it is meant to be, so I ain't stressing. I feel like sometimes though, I definitely come off as like, oh my god, like, why isn't blah 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 blah. No, like, it's just my ego, honestly, in the ways that I've been conditioned to express myself, that I have conditioned myself to express myself. So I'm working on it. We working on it. We motherfucking working on it. So I'm just really grateful again. I'm always grateful to be alive. I'm grateful to be here, to have experienced all these wonderful people. And I'm also grateful for my own discernment, to take a step back. I don't need to stir the pot. I really don't need to stir the pot. Sometimes I want to stir the pot a little. Just be like, hey, let's just have some confrontation. Like, let's just talk about this when we really don't need to. No, I really don't want to do that anymore. So I'm focusing on myself, the huge. And if you are watching this, I wanted to say sorry, because I was so afraid to be myself and to access the parts of myself that truly give me so much joy, to the point where I thought that that would be too much joy. Oh, just imagine the amount of fear that one has to think that you can't experience joy because it's too much. I'm really grateful to have you pass through this life. If I see you again, I see you again. That's just how it's meant to be. But I really did want to apologize, because you helped me a lot. You continue to help me, even though you're not here. And that is the beautiful part of the spiritual experience, and being spiritual is I don't really need your physical entity. Also, I do think that I am partially asexual. I don't know what that really means for me. Still discovering it. It's fine. But I'm sorry for projecting my fears when I'm around you, because I do perceive you as a very beautifully intelligent being, and that is just not how I wish to have expressed how amazing you are. Still enamored by you, but from afar, truly from afar this time. Because I do feel like you really think that I'm a pest, but it has nothing to do with you. I'm just experiencing these emotions. So I send you so much love, because I really did want to just say thank you, I'm sorry, and I wish you the best in finding everything you enjoy that brings you peace and love. I did want to say bye, so this is, I guess, how I'm gonna say it.